Would you rather, Celtics edition. Part 2. We've done this before to great success, and this is really where we need you folks in the chat to chime in with your Celtics-related would you rather propositions. I'll start, guys, and maybe we can just keep going around the horn until we tire ourselves out, kind of like the Celtics did against the Jazz in the second half last night. Would you rather Jayson Tatum shooting pull-ups at 37%, I think is at 28-ish now, or less, or Maestro Marcus, focused, dialed in, best version of Marcus Smart forever?
I think it's the pull-ups, because I think we can live with 80% Maestro Marcus and 20% chaotic Marcus, and the net result is still fantastic. But when Tatum's shooting the pull-up three at a high level, he's literally like the best player in the NBA. Like he's completely unstoppable. So I think that's definitely the number, and he needs to get a new trainer for the offseason. Someone's going to fix his three-point shot.
Yeah, calling out Drew Hanlon. I love it. Yeah, sorry, Drew, and we know you're listening.
Yeah, enough with this Embiid stuff.
I think as nice it would be to see Smart stop trying off the backboard alley-oops in games that are not 40-point blowouts. It's got to be Tatum's pull-ups, man. He's so unguardable when that's going down, which is why I think he goes to it so much, because he knows, if this is going down tonight, I'm gonna have 45. So give me Tatum's pull-ups.
Interesting. I would take Maestro Marcus Smart every day of my life, because I feel like a positive symptom of that would be Tatum's pull-up. Everything. The Celtics are at their best when Marcus Smart is playing that way, and to the point where we can afford Tatum shooting pull-ups at a lower percentage. Like we've seen it in the best parts of this season. So for me, maybe the most important factor of the Celtics having success in the postseason is Marcus the Maestro Smart, conducting the orchestra at an elite level.
Okay, would you rather JB's mid-range fader or Sam Hauser's liquid three-point stroke? And I'm guessing this is more just from a personal perspective. Is that where we're going with this one?
I guess we're all over the shop.
I took it as like, what do I find more appealing in like a player, essentially? And I am of the, I grew up on that late 90s, early 2000s hoops where mid-range was king. There is nothing more like visually appealing to me than watching an elite mid-range shooter. There's just something about it, like somebody's draped all over you and you just rise up with that like soft fadeaway like DeRozan or Jaylen does. So I'm taking JB's mid-range all day over Sam Hauser.
Yeah, I mean, you sound very close to a Kobe Bryant Lakers sympathizer there. With that,
Never, man. Pierce had a nice mid-range game. Come on.
I will say, Sam Hauser, I don't think we're quite appreciating how good of a shooter he is. Like some of the shots that he gets off with like such little space and pulling passes off his shoelaces and letting it fly. Like I'm excited to kind of see where Sam Hauser goes over the next kind of couple of years. Once he gets a little bit more in the weight room, gets in that NBA diet and the program in the off season. But yeah, there's nothing better like JB pivot, or like cross, pull it back, bang. It's just poetry in motion. You can't go away from that one.
I'm taking Hauser's 3 because I just turned 36 a couple of weeks ago, and last night I was playing basketball, and I tell you what, running three-point line with some sort of productivity out of that is much easier on the joints and the body at this particular age than trying to get anywhere in the paint, particularly against zone defenses. Yes. Being able to jack up threes despite fatigue throughout the course of the game. I know I'm going away from the Celtics here. I'm talking about my own personal life, but shooting at literally an elite level at my age would prolong my game for years, and I fear that my playing days are coming to an end. So and I'm nowhere close to getting a Sam Hauser level three-point shot.
I came up with we guarantee Rob's health through the finals, but anybody else can get injured, or you guarantee the health of the rest of the roster and you just take Rob as he is. Like, so he might not get hurt, or he may. You don't know. Which would you rather have?
So you're saying we get Rob healthy, and then we have the current health probability of everybody else as
Exactly. Like Al, Brogdon, Tatum with the wrist. Like, Or
give me Rob healthy.
All right.
Give me Rob healthy. Look, the only one on the team that has like ever missed a playoff game is Marcus. Like Al's never been injured a day in his life.
Brogdon?
That's me knocking.
Touch wood.
Jaylen?
I'm touching a lot of wood. No. give me the title unlocking key guy. Give me that guy.
Yeah, I'll take healthy Time Lord at the risk of anyone else's injuries. Given that, without any of this, we're risking all of those injuries and Rob anyway, I'll take a guaranteed healthy Rob all day. What do you think, Spoons?
Yeah, Rob's sweeping it. Give me healthy Rob. I'll risk everybody else. We need Rob. It doesn't matter.
This is tough. So
Impossible.
We need audience participation on this one as well. Those in the
would
chat.
you prefer to have Al Horford's beautiful, gorgeous blue eyes or Jaylen Brown's biceps? This is...
I've got it.
Eyes or buys?
As an already incredibly jacked man, I think I would look pretty ridiculous with Jaylen's biceps on me, so give me Al's eyes.
I'm taking the ridiculous biceps.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I want to wear a formal shirt and rip it. I just want that day once in my life. Just give me that experience. I mean, eyes... I'm looking out from my eyes, so it's not like I have a personal gain from that. But if I can look out from my eyes down to my musculature, then I'll take that all day.
Yeah, I'm biceps too. As a 5'7" individual, I've been trying to crush plates in the gym for over a decade now, and to no avail. I still have miniature-sized biceps relative to Jaylen. Just one day to live in those would be glorious.
Joe always playing Derek in crunch time, or Grant Williams rediscovers his defensive abilities.
I feel like I'll go just because this is kind of the mistress versus peak Grant defense.
Close to your heart.
This is tough, but go back and watch Grant's defense in the playoffs. Kyrie, KD, Giannis, unreal. Give me back as much as it pains me. We don't need Derek as much as we need Grant's peak defense. If we need it, we need it. If Grant can start switching 1 through 5 again and holding up on point guards all the way through the Giannis's and Embiid's, that is so valuable when you talk about raising your ceiling and getting to the finals and winning the championship. It feels kind of like answering the same with the Rob health question. Give me Grant's defense.
Yeah, this is a tough one. There are matchups where Derek White's not really fit for. I thought Anthony Edwards gave him a lot of trouble just because he's so strong. When Grant's at his peak defensively, he can stay in front of Kyrie Irving and body up Giannis. I mean, there's just not many guys in the edge, basically like Al Horford and a few other guys who are that versatile on the defensive end. Obviously, he's not a great rim protector, but I think it's Grant's defense just from a pure playoff perspective, even though please play Derek in crunch time more, Joe. We're begging you.
Yeah, it's Grant's defense for me as well, just because of who we have coming up in the playoffs. So basically everything that you guys have said already. Heat or Knicks in the first round, which two likely-ish first-round opponents at this point.
Give me the Heat. I know they have the poltergeist, paranormal, supernatural element to them. The Knicks are so much better, and the Knicks also have our number. So I think when you think about history playing into it, I think the Knicks have actually a legitimate chance of beating this, or a more legitimate chance of beating the Celtics. As painful and terrifying and horrifying as some of the games against the Heat would just be, we will still win that series. No doubt in my mind. But there's a tiny bit of doubt in my mind when it comes to the Knicks. They're a deeper team. They're more talented. But the Heat, man, doesn't matter who they're playing. It's the Pistons yesterday. They come back, winning another game in crunch time. Or they're playing, who was the contender they played the other day? I forget, but play them down to the wire. Doesn't matter who it is. Their point differential is -0.5 right now. It's because they play everybody tight. They have 50 clutch games this season.
That's insane.
50.
Yeah, that is insane. 50 games within 5 in the last 5 minutes.
51 after yesterday. They should be the 11th seed. But in the playoffs, there's no doubt that they're gonna force, and in crunch time, Jimmy Butler, man, I don't want that.
Give me the Knicks. And I know I'm just a hater at this point. I'm just a non-believer in them in the playoffs. I'm a non-believer in Julius Randle in the playoffs. Like the stuff he's hitting, the last time we saw him in the playoffs, he shot over 40% from three all season. Here comes Julius Randle, and then he couldn't throw it in the ocean in the playoffs, man. I just do not think his game translates. He doesn't get a lot of those like ticky-tack fouls and stuff he gets where he just kind of does his sort of, poor man's LeBron routine as well. So I don't trust Tibbs as a playoff coach at all. I'm very afraid of Spoelstra outcoaching Missoula. I'm not afraid of Tibbs outcoaching him. The only guy that worries me is Brunson. I really think he may not be underrated anymore, but coming into the season, he was the most underrated player in the NBA. That guy is really, really good. But, you can play Mitchell Robinson off the court. And then once Robinson's out there, I think their defense largely falls apart. So give me the Knicks, even though I think it's really, really close. I think we beat either of these teams for sure.
Yes, me too.
So,
sure. The Knicks have cooled off since taking us down in double overtime since then.
They were hitting some shit in that game too. Like, come on, that is not going to happen in 7
They do that against us. RJ Barrett banked buzzer beater. So
it's got to end at some point, right? Yeah.